You're mortified. You're mortified. Mortified. You're a good debater, right?
Throw that shit at you, nigga. That shit will bite you.
Wait, calm down, bro. Calm down. Yo, nigga, calm down. Chill. Yo, mortified. You're a good debater, right?
You gotta lower.
Can you just
lower the volume of?
Lower my mic? I got you.
Okay,
I got you, bro.
So when you fix your mic and like stop loud micing,
I got you. Alright, is it better now?
Alright, so
is
let's
it better
give you
now?
another shot here.
I'm gonna have so much aura when I join mortified.
Yeah, can all of you niggas stop over talking? Can all of you niggas shut up?
Stupid.
Bro, it's not about you. It's not about them over talking. It's about the volume of your mic. This shit's way too loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit and see what else.
When I join mortified,
You're very much so loud.
You're a fucking booger, nigga. You're a booger.
Shut up, Jason. What the fuck is that?
Oh, turn it down.
Sorry,
Calm down, nigga.
Sorry.
Hold on. Good lord.
I'm gonna have so much aura when I join mortified BC with my loud voice changer, bro.
It's like better.
Dude, it's not that loud. There's no, it's that loud. Come on, get a recording. Let's see if it's that loud.
Echo.
I mean, I just I lowered your volume manually. Does anyone else think it's loud?
No, I don't like that fucking echo.
It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter though. Like I can just have turns to speak. We can just have turns to speak.
I mean, that's entirely subjective, right? Like what matters to you may not matter to me. What I think.
Oh, so you don't have turns to speak because you're like a fucking bad faith? Is that what you're trying to say?
Bro, what the heck?
No, so now we're assuming. So now we're assuming that I don't value taking turns to speak simply because.
Okay, so do you value it or not? Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about possibilities. Do you value it or not?
I don't think that your lack of a care of something would be suggestive of the validity of something.
If you want to think so, then you speak
to make an argument for validity.
Can you respond to my question, please?
Okay, can you prove it doesn't respond to your question?
Yeah, my question is whether or not it's a yes or no question. You're just saying that what I said.
So how is that an evidence that it doesn't respond to your question? How is that an evidence that I didn't respond to your question? Go ahead.
Nigga, I already told you. Nigga, are you listening? But you cut me off.
You have to prove that you've already told me that, and then prove I cut you off as well.
Yeah, so let's just look. It's a yes or no question, bro. You don't need to duck. Do you value taking turns?
Why is that a legitimate dichotomy?
Yeah, it's a yes or no question because based on the fact it's just affirmation and negation of a proposition. Yeah, you dumb fucking. Are you a dumb fucking idiot? So I'm asking you whether you negate or affirm the proposition. Yeah, listen. I'm asking whether you affirm or negate the proposition. Can you stop cutting me off? Oh wait, so you don't value taking turns. You don't value taking turns. Oh, you don't value taking turns, right?
Wait, why can't it be the case?
Oh, so you just answered my question. Never mind. You answered my question. You just proved to me that you don't value taking turns. You dumb fuck bitch. You're a bad faith.
Wait. No, give an argument.
Wait. You just didn't let me have my turn. It was clearly my turn to speak. No, nigga, don't lie to your ass, bro. Stop gaslighting yourself.
Wait, why can't it be the case that I interrupt you while simultaneously possessing a value of taking turns? Go ahead, give the argument.
Because interrupting inherently entails that you're not taking turns. This nigga's retarded. This nigga is trash. This nigga is dog shit.
Why is repeating your claim and then calling me trash lead to necessary inherent evidence of the claim?
What claim did I repeat? What claim did I repeat? Go ahead.
I don't believe it to be the case that I said that you repeated the claim, but you can think that.
Now you're debate gooning. Look, you're getting bitched so badly, right? Now
I debate gooning every day.
Stop stuttering. Calm down, bro.
I don't find a problem with stuttering at all. Stuttering.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if you don't find a problem.
In the face of validity. Right, so someone could be
what's
stuttering
validity?
Validity
of what? Validity is an argument of... Well, listen, validity is a property of arguments. What argument did it give out? What do you mean by validity within this context?
I don't see why I'd be obligated to answer that question.
Wait, he doesn't even know what validity is.
I'm using O'Reilly's graveyard poison deck.
You can't even define validity.
I don't see why my failure or unwillingness.
Yeah, you're gonna be obligated. Listen. I'm gonna answer your question, right? You told me to start from a bid. You just placed a bid on me, right? You just told me to justify.
All right, so you want to interrupt? I'll just start me to shout you. Anyways, I don't see why my failure and or unwillingness to define X is suggestive of a possession of an inability to define X. Until so, you can give an argument. Otherwise, we're just gonna assume or interpret it to be the case that it is indeed possible. So if you want to believe that I don't know something because I chose not to tell you, then you can just think that. We can commit an argument for science if you want. I prefer to not do that though. I'm not a retard. If you want to be a retard, go ahead.
If you want to be a retard, go ahead. Can you stop being a bitch, right? So
I don't know why.
Listen,
like,
can you stop? Can you stop?
Like,
oh, wait, so you value taking turns, right? This is how you value taking turns?
Actually, you asked me a question. I'm going to respond to your question. You said, can I stop? I don't believe it to be the case. There's a contradiction in X, therefore I'll be possible, so I can. At least in the course of my belief. I answered that question. All right, we're going to answer it now.
That's not a linguistic application being in context here, right? Listen, when I say can you stop, that's obviously going to be a pragmatic request for you to stop fucking speaking like a bitch.
No, you can prove that. It's obvious. What's going to be the argument for it being expected or some sort of generalization? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just told you, you dumbass bitch. That's going to be indexed to the pragmatic context given. It's how it's linguistically applied. Listen, I'm the one speaking. You can't equivocate on semantics. I'm the one who's saying that shit, nigga. Are you retarded?
Wait, how are you going to justify it?
Yeah, justify the literal interpretation. Why does it have to be the literal interpretation?
When did I claim that it is?
Yeah, it is. And no, you just said that there's no contradiction in X, therefore X is possible. When I literally said, can you shut up, right? You're trying to invoke some type of possibility within the modal terms, right? Because the can obviously expresses some type of possibility, you dumb fuck idiot. So you're trying to imply that it's going to be the case that I'm invoking a literal interpretation. What's going to be the justification for that? Go ahead.
I don't see how I'm doing X.
You're cutting out. You're cutting out. You say what?
I responded already. If you couldn't hear it, that's a you problem.
No, that's a you problem. You cut out. Your internet's, your Wi-Fi's dog shit, bro. That's a you problem.
That's a claim, by the way. Good luck proving I cut out.
I don't have to.
You don't have to.
Yeah, can I satisfy my burden? Listen. Can I satisfy my burden? Yeah, he can't even answer. Nigga placed a bid on me and he doesn't even want to answer the question if I should satisfy my burden. This nigga's
wait, why is an unwillingness to respond suggesting
because you're not responding, nigga.
It
seems to be probably the case that we're going to be propositionally justified. That's going to be the case.
Why would it be probably the case?
Yeah, it's probably the case because you're not answering. If you answered, that would literally exclude the possibility. But you're not answering, right? So that how's that begging the question? I just gave you an exhaustive disjunction. Either you're gonna reply.
Alright, so I'll explain it to you, right? So I've already put the claim into question and then you just repeat the claim that it is probable, therefore you'd be committing a question beg fallacy. You're saying that it's probabilistic that I possess an inability to respond to you due to an unwillingness. So I don't see how you gave any further rationale that's going to be furthering your claim. I don't think that the repetition of the claim itself that it is probable inherently makes it more probable or likely makes it more probable. It's just you repeating the idea that it is more probable. So until you actually give some sort of argument for why it's more probable that an unwillingness to respond to something is suggestive of an inability, we're just going to take it as it is entirely equally as likely that I do have a response or that I can give a response, but I'm just choosing not to for any particular reason, really. It doesn't really matter what the specifics of the reason is.
Yeah, so you're obviously perm abusing, right? You're fucking complaining. Who's that nigga with the police in the background, nigga? You're mortified. Is the police on your ass?
There's the police in the background, yo.
Yeah, I'm debating in GTA.
I bet, I got you. I don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit, but you pointed something out.
Alright, so listen. Stop perm abusing. You're complaining about it. You were complaining about this shit. Can you stop?
Because you're over talking. It
was literally my turn. You literally unmute me so I could fucking speak. What was the point? What was the point of you unmuting me? Right, you stopped talking. You unmuted me. What was the point of that? Go ahead. What was the point of that? You stopped talking, then you unmuted me. What was the point of that? That's obviously gonna be my turn, right? So that's gonna be my turn. So if you're gonna be interrupting me, you're obviously not valuing taking turns. You just contradicted yourself again. You just justified the position that you don't value taking turns. Right, you dumb fucking idiot.
So we actually question that, right? It can be the case.
So listen. Stop him abusing. Stop him abusing.
Right, so it can be the
case. Listen. The thing you try to do to explain why it's the case.
Listen. So it can be the case that I'm serving with the fucking shit out of you while simultaneously valuing taking turns, right? Without contradiction, seemingly, right? You haven't given any sort of argument that is in possession of soundness of ability to lead to the necessary conclusion that it would be the case that I must not value taking turns because I'm perm abusing you. When it so can be the case, right, without a contradiction once again, that I do value X while simultaneously perm abusing you. Even if you think that the two things are not cohesive and some sort of contradiction, I wouldn't care about that stupid belief that you fucking possess, bro. That's an irrelevancy to what the fuck I think, right? Because I'm telling you that very much so can be the case that I do value X while perm abusing you. So what's going to be the argument for why it's some sort of impossibility, right, that I don't value taking turns because I perm abuse you? Go ahead. Unmute you now, or is it have you on?
Yeah, that was just not my claim. You're just a fucking dog shit retard, bro. That's not my claim. Yeah, stop him abusing. Stop him abusing. Calm down. Calm down.
Okay, no. Well, now we're gonna
watch this.
No, he's mad as fuck. He's mad. Alright.
He's mad. Like, nigga, you're just getting bitched so badly that you turn into a fucking Indian, right? So just calm down. Listen. Listen. See. I'm the one who's mad, right?
Yeah,
fucking interrupted me.
100%.
No, I'm calm, nigga. You're just fucking schizophrenic.
You're not calm. You're definitely getting mad.
I'm calm.
Don't know what to say.
Well, I'm definitely calm, bro. I'm calm, bro. I'm mad, really. Listen, so the thing you used to explain why it's the case that question bag was a fucking question bag in itself, right? Because a question bag, right, is when you literally place a bid on someone or to justify position X, and then you just repeat X, right? That's literally what a question bag is, right? So it's gonna be the case, right? Hold on, let me just say this: OBS is wrecking, so can still be heard, right? So literally, what is happening here specifically is that it's gonna be the case that what this nigga trying to do to explain why it's the case that I'm fucking question begging is a question bag within itself. The reason why it's a question bag within itself, shut your bum ass up, is because he just said that I question begged via the fact that I just repeated myself after he told me to justify myself, right? But that's literally what a question bag is. If somebody says, oh, well, there is a married bachelor and there's an unmarried bachelor, right? Then, or no, my bad. If you have an unmarried bachelor, right? A bachelor who's unmarried, right? And you say somebody's unmarried, and you say another guy is a bachelor. For example, I'll say that this guy is unmarried and this guy is a bachelor. That would just be saying the same thing. So him just saying that I'm question begging via the fact that he literally then used the fucking definition of a question beg, that would just be repeating himself, right? So he's not actually fucking expanding on anything. He's just saying that it's gonna be the case I'm question begging via the fact that I'm repeating myself after he told me to justify X. I'm repeating X, right? But that's just what a fucking question beg is. So he essentially just said that I'm question begging via the fact that I'm question begging. Like, this dude is an actual dumb fuck retard, right? I have him on local mute, right? I'm not
eventually
sure
gonna become like peak Vader and like, you know, toss him over a balcony.
He's coping
so badly. Like, this caught a retard. Like, if you're on OBS trying to get a fee out of me, bro, this is not the time. I'm about to go to sleep in the next like 10 minutes.
Feed out of him.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and like do this dumb shit with you, or like loud micing and like over talking. Like, if you don't want to be served me, you're gonna be cordial and not be a dumb fuck. We could have had a normal discussion if you weren't being such a fucking retard. I'm only doing the debate goon shit because you're being a dumbass. Like, you obviously expect me to like allow you to have a chance to speak, but I'm not gonna do that if you're being fucking like obscene and rude and fucking insufferable and like autistic, right? Like, I'm not gonna be inclined to give you a chance to speak when you're acting like a fucking dumb fuck. So we're gonna unmute this dude now.
Listen, I want to tell you two things, right? So the reason why you try to explain.
Bring down the volume. Let's bring down the volume.
I bet I got you, nigga.
Stop yelling. Stop yelling.
Nobody's yelling. My mic is just loud. You're just a dumbass. Listen.
So lower your mic.
Okay, I'll lower my mic. I lowered my mic. Go ahead, just stop. Alright. So listen, I'll put you on local mute, by the way. Look, I'll put you on local mute, so don't try to interrupt me, right? So what's gonna happen is you're gonna be on local mute. I'm gonna explain why it's the case that I'm going to. I'm still on OBS recording.
What the fuck?
I'm still on OBS. I'm still on OBS.
That's too far. Oh. You're mortified. We reached 24 hours inside of VC. Thank God.
Can I get my tier 4 feet now, bro?
Listen, listen, mortified. Listen, so wait, hold on. Let me unlocal mute this nigga, right? I bet he's fucking screaming right now. Watch him yell.
No,
I knew it. I fucking precocked him. As soon as I unlocal muted him, he started screaming. He started screaming as soon as I unlocal muted him.
He wasn't screaming, by the way. He wasn't screaming.
What? Like,
yeah, Monster, can you show your dumb ass? Look, Spook and Monster, show your
bitch
bitch asses up, alright? Listen, Can you stop?
No one was screaming. Wait, no one was screaming. No one was screaming, bro. You're retarded.
You have like
You're just like making shit up. You're like a schizophrenic Muslim. Like, holy fuck, bro. Wait, so Connor, that wasn't me, by the way. I'll save you. But yeah, I don't know why you're lying and saying I was screaming. Like, you're just pretending because you got mad.
Okay, you propose to be cordial.
Listen, have a discussion.
You wanted to have a discussion. You said we can have a good discussion. Alright, if you want to have a good discussion, let me speak.
You're still loud micing.
I'm not loud micing, nigga. Look, I can give proof that I'm not loud micing right now. I can give
loud
proof.
Micing. Okay, you're loud micing as fuck. Okay, then then you need to decrease your volume output physically. If you're not loud micing with some sort of like amplification with your computer or your mic, then it would just be the case that you're projecting your voice at too much of a volume, bro.
Oh my
you're still loud. That's the outcome of you being loud is the issue, not the means at which you chose to achieve suchness. Even if it followed that you're not quote unquote loud micing, you're still being a loud ape fuck, and we're not gonna deal with that shit.
That's not what loud micing is. Loud micing is when you get way too loud, not just normal loudness.
That's subjective. You can have some sort of subjective alternate. Okay, you can think that. Good luck proving that your definition is superior to mine and or the.
I don't know what it means for a definition to be superior to another definition.
No, I'll say it. Can we not be loud anymore? I mean,
I got you. So am I loud?
No, this is way better.
Okay, so listen, right? You try to say that I was begging the question why the fact that I'm gonna put this once again. Look at me as too much background noise, if that's fine. Anyways, so listen, when you try to explain why it's the case that I was question begging, you just question begged yourself, right? Essentially, all you were saying is I question begged via the fact I question begged. Why? Because the definition of a question beg is when somebody places a burden on you or tells you to justify X and then you just repeat X instead of justifying X, right? That's what a question beg is. So you said that it is the case that I'm question begging via the fact that I just repeated my position even though you placed a burden on me, which is literally just what the definition of a question beg is. So essentially what you said is that I question beg via the fact I question beg. So that was literally just a question beg in itself.
You can think that. I more so would believe that what happened is that I gave a contention to your claim, and then your response to my contention was just a repetition of the claim.
Yeah, but that's begging the question. That's begging the question.
And then I asked you, why is it probable? And then you just repeated the claim that it's probable. So it would be a question back.
Listen. Asking me to justify X is not contention. You're just putting it into question.
Okay, can you justify why that's not a contention? Go ahead.
Yeah, contention is to refute or demonstrate why it's the case that something is false. Do you want to pull up the definition?
Yeah, okay. Why is that not a refutation?
Yeah, you're putting it into question. That's not refuting it. That's not demonstrating it's false. You're asking why it is the case it's true.
I don't know if you can prove that.
Oh, okay. So can you justify your position? Okay, therefore I just refuted your position. GG's.
I don't see how that's a response.
No.
Like
Listen,
at least an effective one. It's not really attacking what I'm saying. It is an analytical response. You did respond. It's just not effective, at least to my perspective.
Listen, it would be the case that a response. No, my bad, not a response. But it would be the case that these two things are going to be identical, right? So that's how I derive the conclusion then.
Yeah, prove that.
You literally said, right, if it is you just asked me how it is the case that a refutation is going to be something which is going to be distinct, not refutation, but a contention or refutation is going to be something that is distinct from placing a burden on someone. I gave you a reductio, right, and the reductio simply was, if I just put your if I put your position into question, that would be the case that I'm literally refuting, right? It would be the case that I would be refuting a position, right? Because if those things are being identical, right, we can just apply a Leibnizian principle of indiscernibility, right? Which means for every x and y, if x and y are going to be identical, they have all the same properties, right? So first order existential predicates, second order predicates, and third order predicates, right? So